Namaste and welcome to Organiser YouTube channel. This year we are celebrating 150 years of the iconic song that defined our national movement, that is Vande Mataram. This one slogan which was derived from the poetry of Rishi Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, as Sri Aurobindo called him, actually re-invoked the idea of Bharat Mata. So what is the significance of this celebration of 150 years of Vande Mataram? Why we need to revisit this entire journey of Vande Mataram? And what is the present significance of celebrating this 150 years iconic movement? To discuss about all these issues, we have with us eminent author and National Convenor of Prajna Pravah, Shri J Nandakumar ji. Namaste Nandakumar ji.
Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. So Nandakumar ji, Vande Mataram, 150 years, and again, there are a lot of discussions going on whether to celebrate this or not, why to celebrate. And I'm sure there will be discussion about the entire meaning and the context of Vande Mataram also. So how do you see in the intellectual space the importance and significance of Vande Mataram? Why should we celebrate the 150 years as an important occasion?
It's very much needed, I would like to say, Prabhuji, because as far as the history of a nation is concerned, these type of most sacred moments and that moments which invigorated our nationhood and strengthened and organized the society to fight against the oppressors, it gave us immense energy and also the patriotism, or I used to say matriotism, the Matru Kalpana regarding Bharat. It has been invigorated, it was sent that type of energy level across Bharat, right from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. The whole Bharat was raised to that level because of this Panjakshari, Vande Mataram. It's a power-packed mantra. It has happened at a particular moment in the history where we were forced to praise the god or the goddess or the Chakravartini or Chakravarti of England. That was the national song at that time. So, Bankim Chatterjee, as you have quoted Maharishi Aurobindo, Rishi Bankim Chatterjee wrote such a, I don't think that it was artificially written as a poem. It
was almost a kind of manifestation.
Yes, manifestation which was already in him, that Matra Kalpana. And I would like to say it was an interpretation of Mata Bhumi Putroham Prithviya of a Rigveda or Veda Sukta.
That is what I was about to ask, because this idea of motherland, or what you call as the matriotism, has been there since ancient times. Why in 1875, and this poetry was written in 1875,
Yes.
but it got the national significance in 1905. So how did this journey, and why it was a kind of remanifestation or reincarnation kind of thing of the old mantra for motherland?
Yes, as I have put it very clearly, it was a need of the hour also. It must manifest. Bharat Mata needs it, I would like to say. From her internal urge of our nation, it came out through a Rishi, a proper media. It is actually, the medium was Bankim Chatterjee. When he saw the beautiful, serene geography of our Bharat, having all flowered trees, the flowing rivers, and the wind which was blowing at that time, the fruits on it, suddenly it appeared to him as his own mother in her beautiful attire, presenting before him. It was said that Bankim Chandra Chatterjee stood up from his seat and give pranams actually, but That was Bharat Mata manifested before him. That was a moment. And again, you have to analyze it in a historical way. After 1857, there was a huge depression or disillusionment among the general public of Bharat that we cannot fight against the British. They have crushed it like anything. There was much hope that 1857 would be a very big success and the government can be run by ourselves, then the Britishers will go out. That was the expectation. But because of so many reasons, it was been crushed. So the general mentality of the general public has gone down to its lowermost ebb. At that time, again, it should come up. And I do feel that Bharat Mata has worked through Bangyendra Chatterjee, and Vande Mataram came out in 1875. And I think after almost 1875 plus 7 years, in 1882, it came as a part in the Anandamatham novel which he wrote. Actually, Anandamatham was written to publicize Vande Mataram. In that way also we can say Anandamatham is, yes, it's a beautiful literary contribution by Bangyendra Chatterjee, in which Sannyasi rebellion has been very well explained. And in that both Ananda, he was singing this Vande Mataram, and it became, I don't think that, yes, during the Vanga Bhanga Andolan, it came into very much, it became very popular. But that doesn't mean that it was nowhere in the picture before that. See, actually, the Bharata Mata picture, which has been drawn by Abanindranath Tagore in 1904, it was also because of the influence of Vande Mataram, I would like to put it in that way. So, it was there very much. Anandamatham novel was also very popular that time, became popular, and through that novel, this song was also become popular and became the voice of the soul of Bharat, I would like to say, the voice of the soul of Bharat.
I'll come to the, Vanga Bhanga and the partition of Bengal and why it became so popular and caught the imagination of common masses. But before that, as a poetry, you yourself have been a poet, you have written poetry in Malayalam also. Vande Mataram is one song where, we see the geographical manifestation of Bharat, the spiritual manifestation of Bharat, and also the collective human manifestation of Bharat. So when it is a Koti Koti Kantha, and also the Bamhi Durga Dashaprana Dharani. So Swami Vivekananda's message that, Bharat Mata should be our goddess for coming decades, that perhaps also got somewhere reflected in the philosophy of Vande Mataram. How do you see it as a poetry, as a philosophy, and as a mission, Vande Mataram?
Vande Mataram, as a poetry, I would like to say, a beautiful symbolic representation of Bharat. Bharat Trishakti Rupini, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti Surupini. Our Devi is being explained in that way in the Lalita Sahasranama. And in Vande Mataram poem also it has been very well explained as you have put it. Its bodily aspects, that is the geographical explanation, how beautiful it is, how fertile Bharat is, that all part has been explained in the first part. Then comes this Trishakti. Bharat Mata is Saraswati. Bharat Mata is Lakshmi, Samruddhi. And also Bharat Mata's valor, her fighting spirit, Durga. Chhatra Virya, that comes in the Koti Koti, Kandha Kala Kala Ninada Karale. This type of explanation, it evoke, it ek prakar se, I would like to say, provoke Bharatiya, every Bharatiya to come forward, and with this roar, in a way, Garjana, Vande Mataram, they got their lost strength again and fight. And everywhere that symbolic representation of that is the poetry in that. It has been very well explained by Vande Mataram. And why Vande Mataram is living till today, that is the poetic strength of that. It's Kalpana Vaibhav, Iska Rupak, and everything is very much very much manifested in that poem. In that way, that was a fantastic creation. In that way, it can be said. So, literary, and also even if you are reading that poem, non-Bengali Bharatiya also can understand it. It's a Bengali bhasha, but it is a Sanskritized Bengali. In that way, the language used in that, and his symbols used in that, and the kalpana behind it, and connecting it with Veda, and taking it to the future. In all way, it is a fantastic poem. That is why it is still living and striking. Still, every Bharatiya having love towards this nation will suddenly stand up, or his hearts will be filled with this bhakti towards this Matru Bhakti, Rashtra Bhakti will come. That's why I'd like to say, yes, poetry at this zenith, at the top of the poetic creation, it will become mantra. Poem is mantra also. That's why Kavi is being known as Mantra Drashta also. So that is why Aurobindo has explained, being a very good Kavi, very good poet, Aurobindo has explained Bankim-Chandra Chatterjee Chattopadhyaya as a Rishi.
As you rightly said, from 1880s itself, various revolutionary movements, the sannyasis, the matha, mandirs, they were fighting freedom struggle in various ways, organizing people. But the final blow that actually turned Vande Mataram into a national mantra was actually 1905 with the Partition of Bengal. Now here, first time ever Bharat Mata was divided on religious lines. The Hindu Bengal and the Muslim Bengal, got divided. So what was so secret from 1905 to 1911 that Vande Mataram could become a common connecting mantra for both Hindus and Muslims, and they virtually forced the British to take back their decision of dividing Bengal? What was that spirit?
The spirit is quite clear that I have already said. Nan Rishi Kavi. One who is not a Rishi cannot become a Kavi. He is a Rishi, and through him, this power-packed song or power-packed mantra, Aurobindo explained Vande Mataram in that way also, it came out. It has got the immense capacity to organize people, give the spirit, instill the spirit of nationality in them, which was very much needed at that time. See, the partition of Bengal has not happened on a fine morning in 1905 or October 16th. Right. There was a huge plan, a drastic plan by the Britishers behind that. They knew that what was the significance of Bengal in Bharat's independence struggle. Bengal was the cradle of revolutionaries. The all sort of spiritual and also revolutionary uprising happened in Bharat, started, we can say, it is correct also, from Bengal only. So if they can give a deadly blow to Bengal, that they can rule Bharat forever. That was one plan. And another thing, as far as English people are concerned, they were experts in one particular strategy. Strategy, if you are saying it in that way, that is divide and rule. So they found that this Bharat, though there was no such a force to organize them all, but there is an underlying spirit which is holding them together as a single nation. To divide it, balkanize it, it is necessary to divide in the line of religion and everything. So where it is to be started? They found that this is the actual laboratory. Bengal is the laboratory. We can have it. We have to divide Bharat forever. For that, one rehearsal is necessary. So Bengal partition was a dress rehearsal for a partition they are planning somewhere in the down line of the history. They are planning. So Lord Curzon in 1903 itself, he has mooted this idea of dividing Bengal as East and West. But that at that point of time, you said it very correctly, that even the East Bengal people, that means predominantly Muslim people, they were damn against this idea, 1903. And in 1904, Curzon made a detailed tour all over this East Bengal area. And he convinced the Muslim leaders that, see, if it is being divided, your East Bengal is going to become a sultanate type of presidency. It would be as good as Muslim leaders ruled, kings ruled state. So it is an opportunity. You will have immense independence in that area. He allured them like anything. And then the main leaders of the Muslim community, they all were in support of Curzon and British plan. But it all got, gone in shambles on the fine morning of the October 16th. On October 16th, this partition was announced. That was a Raksha Bandhan day. The majority of the Muslims and Hindus, common Hindus and common Muslims. I'm not talking about the Muslim fundamentalist leaders who were supporting Curzon because of his allurement. Many of the Muslims were there, organized in the hall, central hall of the Calcutta, under the leadership of Surendranath Banerjee, Rabindranath Tagore, Rajmohan Basu. They were all there, and they gave the clarion call to fight against this drastic, move made by these British leaders. Dividing Bengal is dividing Bharat itself. So it is the duty of you all. Symbolically, we are one. It is to be proved before all people. We have to tie the Raksha Bandhan, Rakhi each other. So the general Muslims, at that level I am saying, general Muslims, they were continuing with that mentality, and they were all enthused by Rabindranath Tagore. Kaviguru Rabindranath Tagore came forward in his beautiful voice. Saswara Vande Mataram was sung by Rabindranath Tagore, and Raksha Bandhan and Vande Mataram combined, organized, united Hindus and Muslims together, and they took the oath to fight against this. And this spirit continued till 1911, and the whole almost 6 years. We cannot see a parallel in the history of Bharat. This type of sustained struggle against British machination, against Bharat, they fought like anything, and at last they were forced to take back their decision. Partition. That is a failure for the British. But one thing we have to keep it in mind, that is, see, one should learn particular aspect in every victory. One who is victorious, they should investigate, they should study the victory and find out whether there is a possibility of failure inside that. And intelligent fighters who happen to fail, but they will find out the scope of victory inside the failure. In that aspect, I would like to say, if there is some further discussion, we can discuss about it also. See, the successful Bharatiya Log, of course, the leaders are quite aware about that, but the Samanya Log, ordinary people, were not able to find out the scope of failure in the future inside that victory. But as far as the intelligent British people are concerned, they found out the scope of victory in that failure. They worked it out.
I'll come to that, scope of victory amidst failure. As you said, 1896 was the year first time Rabindranath gave a kind of composed music for Vande Mataram. And since then, virtually it became a national song even for the Congress sessions.
Yes.
In 1905, again, he gave a leadership, gave a clarion call, and Vande Mataram became a slogan across the region, across religion, across communities, caste. By 1906 was the Muslim League was formed. 1909, Sayyid Hussaini first time takes the objection that Vande Mataram was written against Muslims. Till then, almost as Partition of Bengal was seen as Partition of Bharat Mata.
Yes.
And that's why I believe, this Vande Mataram as an idea, reverence to the motherland and the division of motherland, these two things got together with Vanga Bhanga movement. But we see by 1923, by the time first Khilafat movement picks up, Congress virtually accepts the Muslim League narrative, and Vande Mataram became a point of contention. which was seen as a unifying factor for Bharat Mata, the same Vande Mataram now suddenly becomes a dividing factor among Hindus and Muslims. Why this tragic, this victory and
Yes.
failure that you talked about?
That's what which I have already said. The majority of the leaders and many of the ordinary people were not ordinary. We cannot expect this type of philosophical aspect to be come out of Samanya people. It is to be shown by the leaders. But the leaders, the group of leaders, some of the leaders, failed miserably in finding out this the chances of failure in the future amidst this glorious victory. It was a glorious victory also. See, at that point of time in 1905 and 1911, you can watch, there was no, including I am saying International Congress, was not a pan-national movement at that time. It was not at all strong a national party. That means there was no pan-Bharatiya political movement, nationalist movement was not there. Only spirit was there. A spiritual spirit and urge was there. But at that time, England was strong. The whole world, England was the topmost nation in every
It was
aspect.
pre-First World War period. So
They have got that capacity to challenge the whole world on one side and fight against them as their own on one side. That was the strength of England. But without a national pan-Bharatiya movement, Bharatiyas were able to defeat that, that strong England during this Vanga Bhanga Andolan. What was that spirit? It was the nationality or the Hindutva force behind it. Vande Mataram just manifested that spirit among all. So, the organizing, uniting force of Hindutva or Bharat Mata or Vande Mataram, these are all one, I am saying. It's the soul of Bharat. Bharat's Bharatiyaness. It fought against this dominant, strong British and they won. Bharatiya. But those people who are at the other end, the opposite side, they planned in their own way. Britishers and the fundamentalist Muslim people came together and Muslim League was formed in 1906. We cannot say that Muslim League was formed by Muslim people alone. There was Mindo and Morley behind the Muslim League Foundation. The whole, I think the constitution was all been quoted by. It has been dictated by Mindo to Morley and they made it. And that has been approved as the Muslim League's constitution and way of working and everything. And 1906, it was formed. And they were taught on and often, after and after, that they are a different country, they are a different nation, they are a different culture. In this way, they were taught that one thing. Another thing, inside the Congress also, many of the leaders were very much in tune with the English style of functioning.
thought process.
Thought process. You say they were very much believing English people and the reform movements will happen. Through constitutional reforms, our power will be, we can take it back, our power. I don't want to name, the great guru of Mahatma Gandhiji was also of that opinion. In 1905, when the protest meeting was inaugurated by Rabindranath Tagore, Surendranath Banerjee and others, G.K. Gokhale was not very much supporting and he was saying that it is not necessary. So, such a group, a school of thought was there who were thinking that these type of fights are not necessary. Vande Mataram and Bharata Mata concept has raised such a revolutionary zeal and missionary zeal in them, but it has been एक प्रकार से डंडा कर दिया कुछ लोगों ने. That aspect is also there. So that was also growing. But the general Bharatiya log, Hindus and also nationalist Muslims joined together and fought against Britishers and they won in 1911.
There were many, as I said, Matha Mandirs and more than 400 secret societies, Anushilan Samiti.
I'm coming to
all
that
of them were working together and Kali and Mata.
Yes.
All these things came together for them.
That is why the Subramanya Bharati from Tamil Nadu straight away went to Kolkata, sat on the lotus feet of Bhagini Nivedita and took in revolutionary initiation. Mandra Diksha has been taken from Bhagini Nivedita before Kali Mata. That was a usual pattern at that time. And the Vande Mataram, which was sung in 1896 in the International Congress meeting by Rabindranath Tagore, became a tradition. Became a tradition. In every Congress meeting, Vande Mataram was sung fully. And in, in 1905, as I have already said, on October 16, on the banks of Hooghly River, it was again sung. And it became a tradition. It was stopped, abruptly stopped. Of course, you have said it correctly. In 1909, a Muslim fundamentalist leader has already
raised the objection
that it was against Muslims. That was the starting point. They started fighting and they started hate Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata from 1909 onwards. One side, Muslim League was there and this type of training was there. It got a shock in 1923, as you have said, in Kakinada Congress meeting. As per the tradition, a beautiful song singer, Vishnu Digambara Paluskar, came to sing this song, and Maulana Muhammad Ali, who was presiding over that function of Congress, he started raise objection about that. He said that it is a Hindu bhajan type song. It is not a secular one, so I object. I will not allow it to be sung. But Vishnu Digambara Paluskar was such a person who said that if I have been called to sing this, I will call it at any cost. And he started singing it. Maulana Muhammad Ali, who was presiding over the function at that point of time, stood up and went outside of the hall. That was been written. And once this song was over, this man came back and sit on the presidential chair. No one from the great leadership of the Congress stood up and said that you एक प्रकार से आपने अपमानना किया है भारत, insulted Bharat. But you are not at all, you haven't got any right to sit again in this chair. If it would have been said at that point of time, I think Bharat's partition would not have happened. At that point, it was an occasion for the leaders to stop this type of anti-national tendency. So that again happened, and after that, Vande Mataram was not sung fully in the Congress meeting and everywhere, and they supported 1909 Hussein's line, that fundamentalist line, and then Maulana Muhammad Ali's line, Maulana Shaukat Ali's line. At last, they succumbed before Jinnah's partition idea.
I'll come to that partition idea, and because recently Home Minister Amit Shah said, if Congress would not have succumbed to the pressure of Muslim League on Vande Mataram, there would not have been partition.
Nice.
In 1937, formally Congress, because by then 1935 Act came into being, 1937 elections took place, and formally many places Congress governments came, some places Muslim League was there. But in the name of Hindu-Muslim unity, finally we got the Vande Mataram in a truncated form. Though, even today, there are fundamentalist Muslims who do not accept even those first two stanzas.
Yes.
So the spirit of 1905 was diluted by 1937.
Definitely.
And then finally it led to 1947 partition. Means my query is, if with, as you said, with a very strong world power called United Kingdom, if common people of India with sadhus and sannyasis and secret societies and krantikaris, they could fight back and reverse the process of partition of Bengal, what happened by 1946-47 that our top leadership succumbed to the Muslim League's Gundaism, the riots, and finally accepted the partition without any resistance?
Yes, that was a gradual process of weakening Bharat's spirit and inner content. And it was a poisoning effort which has been done by some of the leaders or some of the, a group of people. Of course, the fundamentalist elements in the Muslim League and those who are supporting this Muslim style of secularism, including Jawaharlal Nehru, they were all very much in support of truncating that you have said, Vande Mataram. See, mantra has got its strength also, and if it is being recited in a wrong way, it has got some negative aspects also. I am not talking any dekhyanyasi baatein, anta vishwas nahi bata raha hu. It is a fact also. See, Vande Mataram, which came out of a divine moment, which was actually created by Bharat Mata, and it has shown its strength throughout the history, and that has been divided, that has been truncated, it has been recited in a wrong way. That has also got a telling impact on our national history. That's also to be considered. Another thing, 1923, it has been opposed like anything. And thereafter, the Congress leaders were not ready to follow Vande Mataram very well. And this effect has taken it to its height in 1936, I would like to say. The Lucknow ACC Congress meeting, where Nehruji was elected as the president. Everyone can read his presidential address, in which he was speaking everything against, he was not quoting Vande Mataram, but he was speaking everything against Bharat. Bharatiya concept, Bharatiya revolutionary spirit, Bharatiya nationalist movement. In the very first paragraph and the second paragraph itself, he was analyzing the whole world scenario, in which he was saying that there is only one winning, victorious ideology, that is communism. Communist bloc is going forward, that is to be understood. And then he started saying that the nationalist and revolutionary zeal of Bharat has gone down to its lowest ebb. So it is nowhere, it is strong enough to lead us. We have, in that way, that means we have to find something else to go ahead. That was the line he has taken. And I do suspect, along with many of the historians who said that this particular speech was dictated to him by Comrade Rajani Pamedat of British Communist Party, who has been announced as the in charge of the Indian Communist Party of India. of India, Indian branch of Communist Party. He was the in charge. And just before the Lucknow Congress meeting, Nehruji was in London to participate in the Comintern meeting. That's for fact. That's sure. And in the sidelights of that Comintern meeting, he met Rajani Pamedat many a time. And during that meeting, inside the library of that particular hall, it has been quoted, it has been dictated to Rajani Pamedat. So so many villains have started coming together against Bharat. One, Islamic fundamentalist. Another, already there, anti-Bharat British rulers. And second, a particular section of the Congress under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, influenced by the communist philosophy. Throughout his life, he was always praising about the communist socialist ideology. That has been clearly stated in 1936. And another parallel you have to see very clearly, that is, he going away from Mahatma Gandhi also. Gandhi-Nehru ideological philosophical rift started in the beginning of the 30s.
The idea of Purna Swaraj also, 1929-30.
So it all started, and appeasement of the Muslim people. See, at that point of time, another strange thing happened, that in order to include Muslim people, to organize Muslim people in the Congress meeting, Congress started giving them all sort of freebies. This freebie culture was started at that point of time itself. Those who are coming from Dhaka, Rawalpindi to participate in the so-called Congress meeting were provided with a dress, provided with the turkey topi, provided with the money. Everything has been uniform, everything has been provided. It has been clearly mentioned by many of the Congress leaders itself. We have started giving them. So in order to appease Muslims, the Congress leaders have started working in this way. And of course, for all these major three forces, the ideology and thinking has been given by Communist Party or communist ideologists. Those who are very much thinking about a balkanized Bharat. You may be knowing, in 1925, it was a significant year on which Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha was formed. On that year itself, how Bharat can be divided, that plan has been made by Joseph Stalin. He wrote an article in which is said that nowadays it is being felt that Bharat is one. But that is not a fact. India is not one. Time will come. At that time, all the religious, caste feeling, language feeling, state feeling will come out. And that is the right moment for us to intervene. See how poisonous was these people, vicious was these people's mindset.
So philosophy of tukde tukde is rooted
Tukde tukde started at that time. It was not started in JNU. It was started at that point of time itself. So all these major villains started coming together right from 1909. Take it from me. If you see that statement. And 1923, a significant change. And the ideological, philosophical line of Congress has been changed. Gandhian Hindu Swaraj line has been forsaken. Sidelined. And Muslim fundamentalists were appeased. And they were not following what Savarkar has tried to taught them. If you are coming with us, with you. If you are not coming with us, without you. If you are going to oppose us, in spite of you, we will march towards the glory of freedom. They were not ready to say so. That was the point, that was the actual thing which was expected by Bharat from these leaders. It hasn't happened. That's why the whole Bharatiya spirit was debilitated. It was weakened. Poison has started working. And
finally it led to partition.
I don't want to use strong words like the nationalist spirit has been so and so kar diya. I don't want to say, but it has happened. And that is why we were not able to show a wink just against this partition idea put forward by Jinnah, supported by Nehru, Muslims and communist people. Why I am saying all this? P.C. Joshi wrote it about. See,
no, that thesis and 1942 resolution of Communist Party itself supported.
Yes, everything is there. That's why it happened. So, but by 1947, what happened to England? After participating in the two world wars, and also their pathetic condition because of the war management and everything, their economic situation, food availability, everything has gone down. At that point of time, England was weakened to that level. They were not able to control all these colonies at that point of time, and they have decided to give freedom also. Bharat. At that point of time, it was said that the Congress became a pan-Indian movement. In 1905, they were nowhere in the picture. The Congress got strengthened, I would like to say in that way also, because of the Vangabanga Andolan. And ungrateful of them. Ungrateful Congress people, they just forgot Vande Mataram. They just forgot the Bharatiya spirit, and they became the slaves before these vicious elements who worked against Bharat.
So the communist ideology, the British strategy, the Muslim fundamentalism and Congress succumbing to all these three virtually led to not just the truncating of Vande Mataram but also led to the partition of India. Nandakumar ji, you have been associated with Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, it's a centenary year is going on. 100 years are already completed. In Sangha philosophy also, the mantra of Vande Mataram has got a very important and significant place. Whether founder Sarsangha Chalak Dr. Hedgewar's life or functioning of RSS and the reverence to Bharat Mata, or in multiple languages, the songs related to Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram has a philosophical basis, but multiple songs are written. Yes. So how do you see this influence of Vande Mataram on Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha and its functioning?
Right from the beginning, if I would put it more precisely, even 20 years before Sangha was formed, Vande Mataram was very much there inside the founders, Sangha founder, Satsanga Chalak, Dr. Keshav Balram Hedgewar's mind. In 1905, in his school, he started Vande Mataram agitation there. That's why he has been dismissed from the school. He has to go to another school to study. That all happened. He has to move to Yavatmal to complete his studies and everything. So he did it in that period itself. That was there. in the Bija of Bharat, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha, Vande Mataram philosophical concept was there. Right from the beginning itself, see, when Sangha Prarthana was formed, in that also the Bharat Mata concept is there. We were working for Bharat Mata. In the Sangha Shakhas, we all Swayamsevak used to sing that Prarthana, starting with Namaste Sada Vatsale Matrubhume. Starting with Matrubhumi, ending with Bharat Mata Ki Jai. So, from right from the beginning to the end, in Sangha, Apada Chud, Amulagra, Bharata Mata concept is there. Generally, our adhikaris, including all Satsanga Chalaks and all other adhikaris, used to say that we are working on the with that Vedic sloka, Mata Bhumi Putroham Prithvi. We have to consider ourselves as the Putra, children of this Bharat, this Mata. So, Bharat Mata concept is there. And we can see thousands and thousands of songs, a literary creation. No serious studies have been done in between, I am saying, about that literary contribution. Maybe because Swayamsevak used to write Ganagitas, means Sangha Gitas, songs. They never tried to give publicity to their names. Maybe because of that, these so-called literary geniuses were not considering this Gana Parambarya. The Bhakti Gana, Bharata Bhakti Gana Parambara has not been taken seriously to a study. I suggested many of our literary critics to take it as a serious subject. We can go through that Gita right from 1925-26 to 2025. How many songs, how many thousands of songs in different languages. Even in the languages which hasn't got any script has also been made. In many of the Northeast languages, tribal languages, in Konkani, not only in Malayalam or Sanskrit or Hindi, in all languages, thousands and lakhs of songs were there. It was all manifestation of one Gita or one concept, that is Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram is being manifesting in that way. See, in between, I would like to take another point also. This Vande Mataram effect has not been confined in the revolutionary or nationalistic independence struggle. It has influenced the literary field also. In Sangha, through Gita or our writings and all. Outside Sangha, in the nationalist field, in the academic field, in the scientific field also, Vande Mataram has got a telling effect on this. You can find it out in right from 1896 onwards. This Vande Mataram principle or philosophy has started influencing scientists, writers, and all. See, Hindu,
the Swadeshi movement.
Swadeshi movement. Everything. And also the Vanga Bhanga Andolan was been renamed as Vande Mataram movement. So Vande Mataram was very much, I already said, Vande Mataram is there in the beginning of Prarthana. Vande Mataram is there in the end of the Prarthana. Thousands and lakhs of Gitas in different languages of Bharat. Even foreign language, in English also Sangha Gits are there. Sangha Gits to praising Bharat. So it is there, Swayamsevak wrote it. And a proper study, a proper literary study is needed about the evolution of Gitas, evolution of songs chronologically, and also the spirit of the present times. It has been very well mentioned in those Gits.
Another important aspect before coming to the contemporary issues. You have worked very closely with Rangahariji, and Rangahariji has written this original in Malayalam, Vande Mataram ki Atmakatha. It is sort of Vande Mataram as a song speaking the story of Vande Mataram. So, did you ever get a chance to discuss with Hariji why he thought of writing a sort of autobiography of Vande Mataram, and is there any plan to bring it in other languages also?
Definitely. I have got an opportunity, I have got the good luck to sit with him even during the time when he was writing it. He used to, I am not saying that he used to read it only to me. Many of the Sangha senior Karyakartas got the opportunity to hear this particular book. maybe I would like to say it is a one and only one book in this style, in this particular field. Many other books have got this type of biographies. But Rangahariji, an original thinker, gone deep into the Vande Mataram, and he also felt, once he said to me in that way also, just like, see, I am not claiming that I am as great, that is his simplicity, great as Bangin Chandra, but Vande Mataram appeared before me as my mother, and she started saying her story. In that way, it has been explained. So I thought that it is to be explained that in that simplistic manner, in which politics, culture, spirituality, civilizational movement, everything can be properly explained. That is why I am starting it. I have started this writing, and while he was writing, he used to say many a times, just like a music, he was saying that I am not sure where am I taking it to. It is taking me. Actually, she is taking me forward. I am not writing. In that way, he used to say, just as a Atmagata, he used to say. And the last part of your question, that we are planning to bring out in different languages. Already Hindi is there. And now English translation is already, it has been assigned to one translator, a professor, a Malayali professor, English professor has been given this particular duty to translate it, and within no time, during this year, the 150th year of Vande Mataram, Prajna Pravah is planning to bring out this Atmakatha of Vande Mataram in all Bharatiya languages.
Good. Now coming to the last question, Nandakumarji. Bharat has been partitioned. We are seeing what is happening on the erstwhile East Bengal, that is Bangladesh now, the state of Hindus. We are now witnessing what is happening in West Bengal also, where the demography has drastically changed and the spirit of Vande Mataram is being crushed every now and then. There are various fault lines on regional lines that are being created, whether north versus south. You gave a example of a great poet, Subramaniam Bharati, or Bharatiyar as they call it, who took inspiration because of Vande Mataram. He went there and he virtually wrote letter poems dedicated to Bharat Mata in Tamil.
Vande Mataram has been translated
by him. So, how do you see and where do you see we can revive the spirit to mitigate the contemporary challenges? How far this concept of Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata is going to help us, and what are the ways in this 150 years celebration we can take up and revive that spirit of Vande Mataram, so that the victory that we have seen in 1905 to 1911, that spirit can be revived?
It can be revived only through this Bharata Mata concept, which has been very well explained in the Vande Mataram by Rishi Bengindra Chattopadhyaya. So, from Bengal itself, this type of movement has to start. From Prajna Pravah's point, the Lok Prajna, now they are going to start some programs in this way from Rabindranath Tagore's house, hereditary house. From we are trying to make programs in Bengindra Chattopadhyaya's village to give that spirit to the local people. We are trying in our own way. Of course, Sangha in a big way decided to organize such programs all over Bharat, especially in Bengal and surrounding areas. So they have got that opportunity, they have got that duty to lead. I mean, the Bengali people also have got that duty to do all these things. So many literary, intellectual programs will be organized to instill this spirit again to the common Bharatiyas, especially the situation which you have mentioned in that area. I do believe that inside the mind of Bengals, it is there, Vande Mataram spirit is there. No one can kill it. Only thing is that some organization, I say, some Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh as a whole, or Bharatiya Vichara, Lok Prajna or Sanskar Bharati will come out with creative programs to instill that spirit again, evoke that spirit again in them. So such efforts are needed. I have already said from Prajna Pravah's side, we are going to translate Manya Ranga Hariji's book in all languages. It's a huge project also. It is being done. And I am quite sure that, see, these type of propaganda against Bharat, these type of activities which are being done by some people having vested interest will not continue forever. Some of the pessimist people are saying, oh, everything has gone. Sangha is not thinking so. There will be a change, and that change, I do hope, 150 years before when Vande Mataram was written or came out of Bankim Chandra, just like once Khalil Gibran has said, your children are not your children, it came through you, not from you. In that way, the Vande Mataram has come out of or come through Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. It was a particular occasion, that Muhurta. So from that time onwards, it has played a great role in organizing or uniting Bharat. Now the time has come, again Vande Mataram with all its sacred power. Aurobindo Maharshi has already said that it's a power packed when it will come out. It is the actual bomb. In that way, with that power, it will explode. That spiritual power will be spread all over Bharat, and it will spread all over Vishwa also, globe also. That is going to happen. For that is why I feel firmly that Sangha has decided to celebrate this year as the 150th year. I don't know, many other organizations have found it out in that way, but Sangha has decided, Sangha is going to do it. It will have a telling impact upon the public in the society. It will play the role again. That is what Ranga Hariji is suspecting in the last, that the actual last message has not been told fully. It is again there, that message, that mission to accomplish, just like Swami Vivekananda said, Vande Mataram's message, Vande Mataram's mission, Vande Mataram's aim is still to be fulfilled.
So thank you very much, Nandakumarji, for taking out time and speaking to Organizer. Viewers, Vande Mataram is not just a song, it is a mantra, it is a spirit, and I hope while celebrating 150 years, we reconnect with that original spirit and revive and rededicate ourselves in the reverence of Bharat Mata. Thank you very much for watching Organizer. Do share with your friends and family members. Support the nationalist voice of Bharat. Vande Mataram. Namaste.